One morning, I woke up, and I no longer existed. Not legally, not financially, not digitally. My bank accounts did not recognize me. My social profiles were gone. My cloud backups had disappeared. My employee access failed. My recovery emails bounced back as invalid. Every screen said the same thing. Account not found. Identity verification failed. User does not exist. They had not fired me. They had erased me. And for a few terrifying hours, I believed they had won. But they made one mistake. They thought my power came from my active employee credentials. It did not, because years before they deleted me, I had helped build the system they forgot was still underneath them. And that forgotten system was about to bankrupt their entire bank. That is where this story begins. Every morning is a choice until they take the choice away. At first I thought it was a mistake. I tried to open my banking app, access denied. I tried my personal cloud account, empty. I checked my old work email, no user found. It was like someone had reached into every digital record of my life and pulled me out by the roots. No payroll history, no signed contracts, no compliance reports, no internal messages, no proof that I had ever worked inside that bank. To everyone else, I had not died. I had simply been deleted. That was when I understood what they had done. This was not a hack. This was an execution, a digital execution. And the people who ordered it were sitting comfortably on the top floor of the bank's headquarters. Everything was gone, except for the one truth they couldn't see. 3 weeks earlier, I had reported something they never wanted exposed. The bank had been hiding offshore liquidity gaps. On paper, everything looked clean. The investor reports looked perfect. But deep inside the settlement architecture, money was moving in ways it should never move. I documented everything. Screenshots, audit logs, internal messages, settlement timestamps. Then I sent the evidence to the bank's internal ethics office. 2 days later, I was called into a meeting. No explanation. Just a sentence from the chief risk officer. You have become a security threat. By sunrise the next morning, my digital life was gone. The threat wasn't me. It was the truth. Inside the bank, they had a name for it. Social Deletion. It was designed for extreme threats, not criminals, not hackers, whistleblowers, people who knew too much. The idea was simple. Do not just fire the person. Erase the proof that the person ever had access. Remove the credentials. Remove the messages. Remove the documents. Remove the backups. Then, if the whistleblower speaks, they sound unstable. They sound desperate. They sound like someone inventing a conspiracy. That was their plan for me. They wanted me to become a ghost. And for a moment, I was. But ghosts can move in places living people cannot. And they forgot one thing. I knew the old architecture, and the old architecture still knew me. Every ghost has a key. Years earlier, the bank had migrated from an older encryption framework to a modern AI-controlled security platform. Everyone celebrated the upgrade. The executives called it the future of banking. But below the new system, a deeper layer remained. We called it Legacy 7. It was supposed to be decommissioned, obsolete, harmless. But in banking, old systems never truly die. Legacy 7 controlled old encryption routes, internal settlement authentication, offshore clearing permissions, and buried inside that forgotten framework were master encryption keys that had never been fully revoked. Keys I still understood. Keys their new security team thought no longer mattered. Keys that still open the doors beneath the doors. Some doors are meant to stay closed. Others are just forgotten. They erased my active employee credentials. They erased my public access. They erased my identity from every modern dashboard. But they never checked the deeper trust layer. That was their fatal mistake. Because the offshore clearinghouse did not rely only on modern employee accounts. It also recognized legacy administrative privileges, old permissions, old encryption signatures, old trust paths. That night, I sat alone in a dark apartment, staring at a terminal window I had not opened in years. I simply checked whether the old keys still whispered back, and after several seconds, the response appeared. Legacy identity confirmed. My hands went cold. They had erased me from the new world, but the old world still let me in. When they closed the front door, they forgot I had the master key to the basement. That was the moment everything changed. I stopped thinking like a victim. I started thinking like an architect. I did not need to break into their system. I was already inside a layer they had forgotten existed. So I created a silent oversight script. Not destructive, not loud, not visible. It simply watched settlement batches, liquidity movements, clearing delays, internal reconciliation windows. For 3 days, I monitored everything, and what I saw confirmed my original report. The bank was not stable. It was balancing on hidden timing tricks, and all I had to do was remove the timing. The truth is patient. Lies are always in a hurry. The bank's public servers were polished and heavily protected, but the real money moved somewhere else. A remote offshore clearinghouse in a quiet jurisdiction. No cameras, no headlines, no customers, just settlement batches. Every night, the bank used that clearinghouse to make itself look stronger than it was. Funds moved just before reporting windows. It was not a bank. It was a magic trick. And I had found the trapdoor. The executives believed their automation made them untouchable. But automation only works when every part of the system moves on time. Delay one settlement, freeze one batch, interrupt one window, and the illusion begins to crack. Control is an illusion that only works until the first second of delay. I did not steal money. I did not destroy files. I did not empty accounts. I did something much more dangerous. I slowed the truth down. The first settlement batch missed its window by 7 minutes. 7 minutes. That was all. No alarm triggered. No executive noticed. The system marked it as offshore compliance review. The second batch missed by 11 minutes, then a third, then a fourth. By morning, the internal dashboard showed a temporary liquidity mismatch. Nothing fatal, not yet, but banks do not collapse because of one missing number. They collapse when people stop trusting the numbers. By noon, the Treasury team was asking questions. By 2 o'clock, the audit team was requesting clarification. By 4 o'clock, executives were forwarding emails with the word urgent in all caps, and I watched from inside their forgotten system. Silent, unseen, untouched. The first crack is always the quietest. By the next morning, the bank's automated confidence model turned yellow, then red. Offshore solvency reports no longer matched internal liquidity statements. Pending obligations were stacking up. Settlement confirmations were delayed. Counterparties started asking for written guarantees. The CEO demanded answers. The chief risk officer blamed a technical delay. The CTO blamed offshore compliance. The offshore team blamed the bank's internal reconciliation engine. Nobody blamed Legacy 7, because nobody in that room even knew it still existed. That was the beauty of their arrogance. They had built a bank so dependent on automation that no one remembered how the older foundation worked. Their new systems were screaming. Their old systems were whispering, and the whisper was stronger. Panic has its own rhythm, and it's always faster than the truth. The collapse became public during a high-stakes audit. The bank had expected a routine solvency confirmation. Instead, the auditors found a gap, then another, then another. Numbers that had always appeared aligned suddenly refused to match. The CEO tried to remain calm. He said it was a reporting delay. Then the auditors asked for live settlement confirmation. The room went silent. Because live confirmation was the one thing they could not fake, the request went through. The system waited and waited and waited. Then the screen displayed a message no executive ever wants to see. Settlement confirmation pending. Liquidity position unresolved. The board members stared at the screen. The CEO's face turned pale. And for the first time, the people who erased me understood what it felt like to disappear. To lose your name is one thing. To lose your numbers is everything. News travels fast in finance. Doubt travels faster. Within hours, rumors spread. Offshore exposure, unconfirmed liquidity, audit irregularities. By market close, the bank's stock had started falling. The next morning, it fell harder, Investors demanded answers. Regulators requested documents. Because money has one instinct. It runs from uncertainty. The irony was almost beautiful. They had used digital power to erase me. Then a forgotten digital weakness erased their credibility. They believed deleting my identity would delete my evidence. But the most important evidence was not stored in my cloud drive. It was stored in the architecture, in old trust paths, in forgotten permissions, in systems they considered obsolete. The bank never recovered. Its stock collapsed. Regulators opened investigations. The board suspended several executives. The same institution that tried to erase me was now begging investigators to believe its records were reliable. That was the final humiliation. They had shown the world that a bank can delete a person, but still fail to delete the truth. This story is fictional, but the warning is real. Today, your identity is not just your name. It is your access, your records, your passwords, your bank history, your digital signatures. And if all of that lives inside systems controlled by institutions, then the question becomes terrifying. Who are you? When their servers say you are nobody. They erased me because they thought digital identity was ownership, but they forgot something powerful people always forget. Systems remember more than executives do, and sometimes the ghost they create is the only one who knows where the bodies are buried. Watch the next story now, because some institutions do not collapse from hackers. They collapse from the people they tried to erase.
Select now another video in our series of family and company dramas. They are all powerful stories of people coming back stronger after they have been humiliated or hurt by family members or their management. Always make sure you stay strong. Let nobody ever tell you what you are worth. You know the best. Of course.